political fight brewing in North Carolina, where the State Board of Elections recently voted 3-2 against certifying the Green Party as an official party for the Senate race until further investigation can be completed. So, according to the Rally News Observer, the vote fell along party lines, with the board's 3 Democrats voting against certification and the 2 Republicans voting in favor.
I wonder what could
Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. And it's today's video. It's going to be a brand new political discussion-based video. And in this new discussion-based video, this is going to be talking about a current political event that took place in North Carolina just a couple days ago. Actually, recently, mainly because on July 1st, the State Board of Elections in North Carolina held their first July 1st meeting. And in that meeting, they voted through a party line vote 3-2 to deny the North Carolina Green Party deny them ballot access in this upcoming 2022 November election for North Carolina's Senate election and for that state Senate district 616. And their ultimate reason why the North Carolina Board of Elections rejected the Green Party from the ballot is mainly because what they were arguing is this is mainly because of 3 Democrats why they voted against certification and 2 Republicans voted in favor of certification, mainly because what the 3 Democrats were saying is that there were incomplete personal information, that there was fraudulent voting, several signatures were deceased, and on top of that, the Democrats were claiming that the Green Party didn't specify their reasons of why their party deserves to have ballot access. They said that they need to specify specifically to the voters of why they deserve to have ballot access this upcoming election in November. And that's really their argument, honestly. And besides this whole irregularities and possible fraudulent claims that the Democrats are spewing, and these fraudulent claims that they're pretty much are spewing, and I just said that already. Despite all that, I just have to say, and this is a complete disgrace to our democracy. This is completely BS. Complete, utter bullshit. Mainly because we all know why the Democratic Party is doing it. Because they are afraid that their Green Party Senate candidate Matthew Hoh. Fun fact: I did talk about his reasons to run. I talked about he's my endorsed Senate candidate for North Carolina, and I talked about his reasons to run and talked about who he is as a person and shared his platform of what he will fight for if he's elected into the United States Senate. In this video below, check it out if you're interested in doing it, in watching his video, in my video talking about his reasons to actually run for U.S. Senate this upcoming election. They're just afraid that he might take votes away from Cherry Beasley, and that could end up electing a Republican candidate to the United States Senate from North Carolina. This is once again a blatant partisan attack on our democracy. It's absolute bullshit what the Democrats are saying. This is the same narrative that Trump fueled in the 2020 election about this voter fraud claims growing more outlandish. This is completely absolute BS. This is the same narrative that Trump did, and now the Democratic Party is spewing that same narrative again with by denying the North Carolina Green Party their right to be placed on the ballot. This is like, where have we gone in this country? What has happened to the major parties? They have become so out of touch with the American people. just checked the recent congressional job approval rating. 70%, close to 70% or 80% of people completely disapprove of Congress. And who is composed of Congress? The Republicans and Democrats. They have become so totally disconnected with the American people to the point that they are trying so hard to protect their powers, to protect their self-interest. And what they saw after the Green Party got the required signatures, as it clearly states in this letter, saying, let me if I can find it. The North Carolina Green Party was denied ballot access by the State Board of Elections at its July 1st, despite having submitted more than 13,865 signatures. And also, as it states even more clearly here, the Green Party representatives earlier this year submitted more than 22,000 signatures to the board. The County Board of Elections validated just under 16,000 of those signatures, seemingly catapulting them over the 13,865 signature threshold set in the state law. And now the Democrats are trying to, once again, they have denied voters their rights to actually have more choices. To have more choices on the ballot for them, for U.S. Senate and in the state Senate District 16. The Democrats are so concerned at protecting their own power. And they are so afraid that they might lose the North Carolina Senate race, which is most likely they will based on all the polling and based on this environment where we are in, completely with the problem of high inflation and the low supply with the supply chain crisis that's still going on across this country. Even with the border crisis, they're getting blamed by the American people, left and right, even from the center, like myself. If they are so afraid that they might lose power, which most likely they will, then start to take ownership of your own stinking problems and try and work really hard to win over people's votes. It is that simple. This is exactly what Republicans do time and time again also. They are just as guilty as the Democrats. And not only that, they're doing the same thing what Republican lawyers did when they tried to silence Abby Fickenauer from the primary by keeping her off the primary ballot. They were challenging signatures that they believed were fraudulent and really shouldn't, and those signatures shouldn't count whatsoever. And spoiler alert, Abby Fickenauer didn't win the Democratic nomination for U.S. Senate in Iowa. Michael Franken ended up doing it. It was a complete blowout. But my point is that the Democratic Party is completely the same as the Republican Party. They are identicals. They are twins who are out there to destroy American democracy. They are out there. And the Green Party states it once again. It is a blatant partisan attack on our democracy. After they voted Thursday against certifying the Green Party's petition, they were against that, mainly because they are just so afraid that they might take votes away from Cherry Beasley. This is exactly why we need something entirely different. We need to take a different approach to third parties and independent candidates. And I said this in all my videos. Third party and independent candidates are not spoilers. They are not spoilers at all. Sure, they might split votes. Sure, that might cause vote splitting to occur, because when you have 2 or 3 or 4 candidates, then it will always lead to election results where the winner might only get 20 or 38 or 40 or sometimes 20 15% of the vote. And they can still get elected, while a majority of those voters from every region of the country won't be satisfied around the winners. This is exactly why. But that doesn't mean the Democrats should be denying a political party their right to be on the ballot. Because every single soul, after going through all the ongoing loops to actually get on the ballot, to actually get the required signatures, now they are faced with another hurdle. Now they have to now they have to take it to legal. They have to take it to court now, like what Abby Finkenauer had to do in the U.S. to qualify herself to be placed on the Democratic primary ballot. Once again, this is a blatant partisan attack on our democracy, and it's an absolute disgrace to the people of North Carolina. It is a disgrace because the Democratic Party is out there limiting choices, limiting debate, limiting dialogue, and limiting competition. And honestly, competition is a great thing for our democracy. You know, former President Donald Trump, when he was candidate Trump back in 2016, during the Republican presidential debate, in one debate, I think everyone might know this, he talked about his ideas on healthcare and how he said we need to get rid of the lines around the states. And he was kind of turning this in a little bit, in a way, humorous, because the 2016 Republican presidential primary was very humorous, for one. But he was what he was talking about is when you have many healthcare firms in the healthcare industry, they'll compete. And when you have many of them, they'll compete. They'll offer more choices for the American people to choose from. And when they do, they'll be competing for customers so they can stay afloat. And how they stay afloat is by earning customers' trust over and making and actually making more money to staying afloat and to survive in the market. And all of us and when they do that, customers will be delivered with so many options in the marketplace to choose from. And when you have that, then healthcare costs, the prices of health insurance will go down, and the quality of health insurance will go up. That is the benefit of competition. It's a win-win for the American people. And that is the same definition for our democratic elections. And this right here is what the Democratic Party is doing, is limiting voter choice, limiting voting rights. They should be called the anti-democratic party, as the thumbnail of this video states. They are truly the anti-democratic party. They are going against the very democratic value that Fair Fight, the organization that Stacey Abrams founded upon after her 2018 gubernatorial election. They are going against the democratic values that they hold, and going against their values and protecting every single voter, every single person, their right to vote, and denying their choices. So once again, I urge the North Carolina Democratic Party to reconsider their decisions, to reconsider what they did, to reconsider their ultimate vote of what they did, and stand with the Green Party. And if you are so fearful that they might take votes away from Cherry Beasley, the U.S. Senate Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate in 2022, that could ultimately lead to Ted Budd getting elected as the next senator, which most likely he will based on polling. Then you yourselves need to take ownership of all the the faults that you made, all the decisions that your party has made, and evaluate all those, and actually learn from them, and learn from all your mistakes you made, and win, and start campaigning seriously. Win people's votes over. I don't want to hear a damn about you saying, "Oh, the Green Party's just going to take votes away." I don't want to hear that. If you want to get elected, if you want your party to stay in power within the Senate and in the House, fight for people's votes. Votes have to be earned. This is the same narrative that the Republicans spewed in the 2018 Pennsylvania congressional 18th congressional district special election back in the year of 2018, close to the where Connor Lamb defeated the Republican incumbent candidate. I don't quite remember his name actually, but the Republicans blamed Libertarian candidate Drew Miller. And Drew Miller on Fox News completely said that votes have to be earned. And if you're not doing the best you can to win people's trust over, then there's something entirely wrong with their messaging. There's something entirely wrong with their advertising and marketing. There's something entirely wrong with a platform that's not attracting voters. Votes have to be earned. The same scenario in the marketplace with small businesses and companies. If you're not doing anything to attract customers and you're losing money, then there's something entirely wrong with your marketing. There's something entirely wrong with how your business is portraying themselves in the marketplace. Customers have to be earned over. Voters have to be earned over. You need to start taking elections seriously. You need to start this is your only area to being held accountable by the voters. And you need to learn this. So once again, if you're a big champion for democratic values, I urge you to reconsider this vote. To reconsider your decisions and stand with the Green Party and allowing them to be placed on the ballot. And if you're a resident of North Carolina and you're a supporter of Matthew Hoh and the Green Party, and if you want him on the ballot, stand with him and help him fight back to earn ballot access, because he has rightfully earned it. His party has rightfully earned it because they got around 22,000 signatures, and the Board of Elections and the two Republicans, thankfully, who are supporters of democracy, voted to keep them on the ballot, but they didn't. But that wasn't enough to actually move to accept their ballot petitions, all because of 3 Democrats. So I once again stand with the Green Party and allow them to be placed on the ballot. North Carolina Democrats, who do you want to be remembered as? Do you want to be remembered as the same old Trump wing of the Republican Party who spewed this ultimate widespread voter fraud claims? Or do you want to be known as the party of Stacey Abrams, who are fighting every day to strengthen our democratic elections? Not just in Georgia, not just in North Carolina, not just in my home state of California, but for all Americans in all 51 jurisdictions and even U.S. territories also. Be a champion for democratic values. And I urge you to reconsider your decisions and allow the Green Party to be placed on the ballot. The Green Party, Anna Kassabaum, was right. Democrats should listen to the people and not corporations, and they should stop suppressing the voter choice they claim to stand for. If you are a Democrat, North Carolina Democrats, if you don't want to be known as the anti-democratic party and want to be known as the Democratic Party and champion democratic values, then allow the Green Party to be placed on the ballot. And Republicans in the New Mexico governor's race, if you're so afraid that Mark Ronchetti might lose because, the Libertarian's going to split the vote, then work hard in campaigning for people's voters. Alter your messaging, alter your marketing, and broaden your coalition. That's how you win elections, by winning people's trust over. Votes have to be earned. But once again, guys, comment down below. What do you think about this decision? And do you absolutely 100% agree with me that this is a blatant partisan attack by the North Carolina Democratic Party to silence a new incoming political party after they required the required signatures to be placed on the ballot? Do you absolutely agree with me? And comment down below and share your opinion on this topic. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. And share other political issues in the comment section below to recommend future video ideas for me on this channel. Because I will cover them at some point. But once again, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is the Young Centrist, and I am out.